How's it going, John?
Hey, Eric. It is going well tonight. How are you?
Good, good, fantastic.
Fantastic. Had a good 4th of July,
It
did
was
you?
a fantastic 4th of July. The family was all in town. I think I mentioned last week, and
Yep.
we went and got pictures. We had other family over and some friends, and ate.
Did you grill?
I I smoked beef ribs that I got from Costco, and I smoked them for 6 hours, and they probably could have gone another. They weren't quite tender enough. They probably
Okay.
could have gone another couple hours. They were tasty, but I was highly disappointed in the quality of the cut from Costco because there were a lot of bone chips
Oh,
throughout the.
that's a
It
bummer.
wasn't just the rib. There was a lot of. Yeah, you had to be careful eating them. So most of it was take a knife
Fork
and
and
cut it
knife.
off the rib, and
Yeah.
then pick out the bones, and then eat
I
it.
don't like beef ribs. I eat a lot of beef, but we turn
Yeah,
our beef ribs into hamburger. Most of it.
yeah. I had done pork ribs, spare ribs, a few times, and I wanted to try beef ribs this time. So
Well, tell you
I
what, I have some
will
I
probably
have some
not try
beef
them
ribs
again.
in the freezer. If you want to try them.
Give it one more try. Give it one
Well,
more shot.
I feel guilty because lots of people like them, and so like me telling them, oh no, just put them into hamburger, I feel guilty. So I say put half of them into hamburger, but then so far I've mostly wished I should have just had them turn them into hamburger. Anyway, TMI, TMI, TMI.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all good. I
All
may
right.
I may or may not have some calves coming this month though, which is
New cows for keeping,
well when a
or
mama cow and a daddy cow love each other.
so this
10
is
months
not
later.
new cows arriving by trailer.
Remember last fall when I said I rented a bull?
Yes, this is the result
This
of
is
that.
the potential consequences. Um,
Okay.
yes. So hopefully within the next couple weeks, and hopefully not while my wife is away, and hopefully regardless of what it is, they're girls, not boys, because otherwise I have to do a minor surgery on the boy calves, and I've never done this before. I'm I'm a little
I don't think I
trepidatious.
want to know what the minor surgery is.
Well,
How many? You have two cows,
two cows.
so potentially doubling your flock.
Correct, and they're not called
Mm.
flocks, but sure, we'll call it that.
Herds. What is it? What is a group of
Yeah,
cows?
it's a herd, but I don't know
A,
that two
a,
can
a
be
pasture
considered a
of
herd. I
cows.
think that would be considered a pair. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. That's that too much cow talk. Sorry, too much cow talk. But
Ah,
anyway, I'm glad you had
all
a
right.
good 4th of July. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was
I had
fun.
a awful 4th of July, but
Turkey
it is what
dogs?
it is. No, no.
No.
Honestly, I don't even remember what we ate. Um, no, so two things for me. The first of which is I was not yet done with the hay. When we spoke last week, I had
Uh,
run up and I had so that we could record, and I'd been
right.
working, till dark, and that continued. But
You had more hay.
it was just a lot of work, a lot of work. But we had
Mm-hmm.
some friends come over on Thursday, so that would have been the
Right.
third, I guess, the
Day after. Yeah.
afternoon of the third, to help us load a bunch into the barn. And
Right.
it's always awesome when people say, "I'll come help," and they do, and we got probably half of it done, oh,
Ah.
maybe a little
Okay.
more,
Okay.
and um, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of
Yeah.
work. and
Slinging
and
hay.
we had I had friends come over, and people from my wife's class who had volunteered in the past, and she was like, I guess if you want to come work. And so a couple did, and and they were good sports about it, and we really appreciated it. That was awesome. But I
Hmm.
still had to finish on Friday, which was the 4th of July, and
Right.
Saturday and Sunday, um, which was a long week.
I bet.
And on the ninth day, John rested. Anyway, and then the other thing about 4th of July, like at least for us, so we have these new neighbors.
Okay.
And on the morning of the 4th, we saw they had two motorhomes or campers come out there. And we were like, oh no, oh no, oh no, no. Because our other
They burn
neighbors,
any more trees down?
no, thank goodness.
Mm.
Um, thank goodness. But I mean, they're clearly not animal people. They've got horses and cows on both sides of them, and they totally lit off a bunch of rockets. So, like illegal fire. We're like we
Animals.
were
Yeah.
having the decision of, do we call the cops on them? Like, it's not
Right.
legal. But
Right.
my wife stayed out in the pasture with the goats and the horse, who were totally
Freaking
freaked
out,
out.
I would
And
imagine.
the
Yeah.
danger is that they could get easily hurt, and they're literally exploding over our pasture. Thank goodness they didn't set anything on fire. And so I actually took the dogs, who also freak out, and just took them for a 3-hour drive. Um,
Mm. Yeah.
um, so that's our like, we don't get to really enjoy the fireworks, at least
Right.
at the
Mm.
moment. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
anyway, it's my wife's least favorite holiday. Let me tell you that.
I can understand why.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, but hey, it's over for another year. And like I said, I don't even remember what we ate, because food wasn't part of the celebratory stuff. I mean, I know I went through the Dairy Queen drive-through because I was like, oh, I get to take the dogs out for 3 hours. How about we go through a drive-through and get some ice cream?
There you go.
And that was fine. Anyway, but it's okay.
Do
Fourth
you, do
fourth is
you
past.
do you do the cherry dipped cones at Dairy Queen?
I don't. I have to blow the whoever's taking my order. I'm like, I like the peanut butter lovers blizzard, which I'm
Okay.
not sure has been on the menu for years. And so there are three possible responses. No problem, got it. What is that? And then just get it wrong. Like, those are the three responses. And unfortunately, I confuse the number one and the number three a lot, because the people that don't ask um, fall into one of those two camps
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
with approximately binomial probability. I mean, so um, anyway, but it's okay. And the 4th of July was the wrong one. Yeah, but it's okay. It's all good. It's still good. A peanut butter lovers is basically a Reese's peanut butter cup, but with peanut butter sauce in addition to the peanut butter cup. I basically like peanut
Mm.
butter ice cream. If
It sounds like it.
it's very, very tasty.
I have had this dream, and maybe I should do this now that I'm, a vibe coder. I have had this dream of building an app where I take a picture, because I love the cherry dipped cones or the dipped cones at Dairy Queen. That's what
Okay,
I get whenever
that's
I
what you
go.
get.
Just
Okay,
I like apparently gnawing on hard wax. So uh, I want to build an app where I take a picture of the cone and have the AI rate the quality of the cone, because you never know what you're going to get. You order the same size, the same everything. Sometimes it's really big, sometimes it's short, sometimes the dip part doesn't go all the way down to the cone, sometimes it leaks, sometimes it's leaning. I just think it would be fun to, release an app and have everybody around the world who has a love for cherry dipped cones from Dairy Queen start rating the best Dairy Queen.
which Dairy Queen? It's kind of like the which
Yeah.
McDonald's has ice cream in service, but like
Yeah.
on a positive bent.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Who
uh,
has the best dipped cone
okay.
quality? And right now, I know which Dairy Queens in the Portland metro area have the worst, and then it's a crapshoot for whether or not you get a good one at the other ones.
like
There
the
are some that are
the
consistently
the old
fail.
man vibe on this discussion right here is quite high. Is quite high.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I will tell
So,
you, my wife and I go to Jersey Mike's a lot. This is not an ice cream thing, but we have special orders, you know,
mm,
like
mm-hmm.
blah blah blah, and And every time we do, and we go relatively frequently, and mostly to the same one. We open a bag and it's like roll a d6 and see what you get. And so
Rarely do you hit six.
yeah, it's you got the other day. It was like the worst of all things. It was like, oh, you got my extra meat, and like she always gets a turkey. She always gets a turkey sub, but hers had ham on it, extra ham, which is not normally on a turkey sub.
Correct.
She always gets Swiss cheese. It was not Swiss cheese. So like one of the questions I always ask her, like, is the cheese square? Because they either put that round provolone or the square Swiss,
Right.
and she gets extra Swiss. And I'm like, do you have square cheese? And she's like, yes, I have square cheese. Or nope, not today. But the other day it was like not square cheese. It was ham instead of turkey. I did not have ham on mine, but mine anyway. It was kind of mix and match. It was one of those things. So
I so I ran through the McDonald's drive-through the other day, just zip, zip, zip. And I got up and I ordered, it was a simple order, a quarter pounder with cheese, Diet Coke, and fries. I treated myself to fries this time. And they said, well, we have to make that go park in stall number one. So I go to park in stall number one.
you're like,
I'm
hot
waiting.
fries. Okay, I'll take hot fries.
Yeah, sure. So whatever. So, a couple minutes go by. They come out and they say, did you order the quarter pounder with cheese, the large fry, and the large Diet Coke? I'm like, yes, I did. And they hand me a bag. This bag is much larger than one would expect for that order. I didn't even think about it because he showed me the receipt. He said, is this your order? And he shows me. I'm like, yep, that's mine. And I set it next to me and I drive away. I'm almost home and I reach in the bag. There's not what I ordered. There are special order hamburgers. They're like ketchup, add mayo,
Oh gosh, you're like the exact
and
opposite of what you want.
a double quarter pounder, no cheese, and like two things of fries. And it's like, it's hard not to do anything other than giggle
Exactly.
when,
Exactly.
because I'm sure the order behind me, which was probably that order, was like,
What?
wait, this
What?
bag's too small. Where's my
Where's
special
my
order
stuff? Exactly.
mayo hamburgers? So,
Anyway,
anyways,
like
this
I
is
said,
fast food with Eric and John.
I know. Funny, right? Okay, you get to edit this week. Oh no.
No, it's you.
Oh,
This
it's
one's
my
on you,
edit
my
this
man.
week. Oh, criminy. Oh, all right. I have to figure out how to edit this out.
You can cut that whole story about McDonald's out. I don't care. Um,
Oh, now it's all staying in. All right, dude.
okay, my topic for the week.
Hit me.
Um, so this one was a browser hijacking campaign. So there is a browser hijacking campaign called Red Direction that apparently has infected over 2.3 million Chrome and Edge users across 18 malicious extensions. And a lot of these extensions were legitimate extensions with high ratings and had done featured placements and offered tools that actually functioned appropriately, but they secretly track browser activity, send it to a remote server, redirect browsers, et cetera, et cetera. They do all the things, So it's someone spent the time to develop a useful extension,
And
spent the
then
time to
abandoned it.
get a bunch of folks up and either abandoned it or
Oh.
sold it, or that was part of the original plan. That it doesn't actually say in here.
Right.
But they got the Google verified badge. It does exactly what it purports to do. And then as the extension updates over time, it slowly changes into less good.
Maliciouser and maliciouser and maliciouser.
Those are all real words. And so one of the comments was, this isn't an obvious scam extension thrown together in a weekend. This is a carefully crafted Trojan horse. And the color picker, it's the Gecko color picker, according to Koi Security, who found this and is reporting on this, said this is just the tip of the iceberg. And the campaign they discovered consists of like the 18 malicious extensions, Chrome and Edge. Combined, all these extensions are infecting 2.3 million users. So check your extensions. I'm sure by now that these have been reported, Google has blocked them or uninstalled them or done something to remove them. But the reminder that just because you found that really cool extension that resizes your browser magically or allows you to pick a color, yeah, it's probably an annual reminder to
Yeah.
keep your extensions up to date and make sure they're still legit. So there you go. That's the one I found this week.
I have to say, I think the two extensions I run are McAfee and 1Password.
As I look at mine, 1Password and McAfee. So yeah,
There's a
same boat.
sorry. Evidently, I have a application launcher for Drive.
Hmm.
I don't. I mean, I don't remember installing that, but I bet that's a Google Chrome thing. But
I do have a Google Docs offline if I go, but I
yeah.
have it turned off.
Hmm.
So
Anyway,
there you go.
okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, you have to really worry, especially these days, about kind of abandonware, or people develop something and then don't have time for it, and they're like, oh well, I'll take $100 or a couple $1,000
Yeah.
or something like that. And
Sure, you can take that off my hands. Go for it.
exactly. Well, I wasn't sure if my topic should be a topic or a something fun. So we'll just have it as
Or follow up
a
even.
fun topic. Yeah, kind of, because you had a topic a couple of weeks or months
Mm-hmm.
ago about some AI poisoning.
Cloudflare blocking AI.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
sorry.
and
I
that too.
I was thinking about the poisoning thing, but you're right. You did the
Oh,
Cloudflare thing just not very recently. Um, but no. So this is the quote is, for someone who says she is fighting AI bot scrapers just in her free time, she lasso, IASO, I think it's I actually, sorry, seems to be putting up an impressive fight. Since she launched it in January, Anubis, a program designed to help protect the small internet from the endless storm of requests that flood in from AI companies, has been downloaded nearly
mm,
200,000 times and is being used by notable organizations including GNOME, FFmpeg, the open source software project for handling FFmpeg, the open source software project for handling video and other media, and UNESCO, the United Nations Organization for Education, Science, and Culture.
mm-hmm.
Um, I thought this was pretty cool. So she uh, she evidently hosts some code on a private server, went to her server, it was down, was like, why is it down? Went and realized that it had been rebooted or restarted 500 times in the last couple of days. Went and opened the logs and realized that it had been just being scraped by a bot or bots. And
Mm-hmm.
so she said that she considered withdrawing. Here's a quote. She considered withdrawing the Git server from the open web, but because she wants to keep some of the source code hosted there open to the public, she tried to stop the bot instead.
I like it.
Yeah. Said, I tried some things I can't admit in a recorded environment. None of them work, so I had a bad idea. I implemented some code, put it up in GitHub in an experimental project dumping ground, and then the GNOME desktop environment started using it as a Hail Mary. And that's when I knew I had something on my hands. So sorry, I had pulled this out. I wasn't really going to say it, but it says, she says, from what I've learned, poisoning datasets doesn't work. It makes you feel good, but it ends up using more compute than you end up saving. And I'm going to tweak this a little bit, but it says, I don't know the polite way to say this, but if you pee in the ocean does not turn into pee. so, but evidently, and I went and tried to browse the code a little bit.
Yeah.
And actually, I found a quite funny chunk of code. Actually, I don't know if I could find it again easy enough, but it was basically one of those comments that's like, "Don't do this. This is horrible code.
Mm-hmm.
don't follow." But I'm doing it because X Y Z. Anyway, I thought that was pretty
I've
funny.
written those kind of comments myself.
As have I. As have I, my friend. Um, anyway, so evidently this is essentially like an uncaptcha. So how do you make it expensive for the bot and not for the hoster? You
Right.
you evidently only enable the content to display after the um, scraper proves actually the GitHub documentation says after it weighs its soul. I was like, weighs its soul? What's that? And the link was actually to a Wikipedia thing for like the ancient Egyptian god. Is it Anubis that like weighs the soul of the dead? But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
basically it makes the browser or sorry the scraper run some hash functions of some sort and basically prove that it's a valid browser,
Mm-hmm.
at which point it will have spent more resources than it's worth to scrape the data. I know that you're well aware of these sorts of things. But I thought that was super clever. I thought that was, and a good way to, as they say, as she says, save the small web, something like that. So
Very nice.
uh, let's see if I did that. Yeah, it says Anubis creates a computational cost that is prohibitively expensive for AI scrapers that are hitting millions and millions of sites, but marginal for an individual user who is just using the internet like a human.
Right.
And it says, let's see, the check is invisible to the user, and most browsers since 2022 are able to complete the test. In theory, bot scrapers could pretend to be users with browsers as well, but the additional computational cost of doing so on the scale of scraping the entire internet would be huge. So, anyway, thought that was pretty cool.
That
Final
is clever.
kind of
That is
fun
a
fun thing I
clever
pulled out was if you're
approach.
working at an AI company and here's how you sabotage Anubis development as quickly and easily as possible. It's a 3-step program, evidently, according to her. First, quit your job. Second, work for Square Enix, and third, make this is a quote, absolutely banger stuff for Final Fantasy 14. That's how you sabotage this the best, is the quote. I'm like, clearly a Final Fantasy fan.
I'm sending this quote to my daughter. She's a big Final Fantasy fan.
Okay, there you go. There you
So
go. So anyway, I thought that
very
was I thought
very
that was I
clever.
thought that was
Very
very cool.
clever. I like that. All
So
right. So
there you go.
you ready for my something fun?
I am. Should I click on the video?
Oh, hold on a second, because you're Alaskan
I am.
at some point,
I
and this is
was.
about the most American thing I can think of. Happy Fourth of July. You can click on the link.
Okay. Open link.
Have you have you ever seen? You have to have seen this. This happens in Alaska,
Oh my
where
gosh.
they send cars off a cliff and people crowd at the bottom and cheer for it. I've seen
Oh,
these. I think I saw this first last year at the 4th of July and thought, wow, that's interesting. And I stumbled across it again. But apparently, there is the Glacier View car launch that happens every 4th of July, and they just send junk cars off a 300-foot cliff
oh my gracious.
in I don't know, is I assume Glacier View is the location in Alaska, but
Yeah.
it just cracks me up. It's a 45-minute YouTube video of cars, and they have drones that follow the cars. They have cameras inside the cars. They're going all out and flinging vehicles off a cliff
Oh my
and watching
gracious
them crash
sakes.
down.
That is crazy.
It's like I said, I think it's about the most uh, American thing that you could ever do.
Um I, I,
This is
so that
hilarious. You've
reminds
never
me
seen
I
this?
have never seen this. No.
Oh my goodness.
I have never
I
seen this.
yes.
But that is crazy. But you know what that reminds me of? Because this is also very American. Is have you ever been to the Banks Combine Demolition Derby?
No, but I have been to demolition derbies in growing up Northern California. They did tractor demolition derbies, and I've seen RV demolition derbies,
Yeah, well,
but I've never seen
these are
a
the
combine one.
combine
Yeah.
demolition derbies, and let me tell you, it is some good old country fun, and I have been more than once.
Uh,
Um, so I mean that
Fun
says
stuff.
something.
Fun
But
stuff.
okay. I mean,
All
just the
right.
slow mo cars going over the cliff and like
It's
that in
just
the intro.
pure
That
American Fourth of
that's
July destruction. It's just right up there. It just screams America.
okay.
Anyways,
That's crazy.
for your YouTube viewing pleasure at a
Okay.
later point.
Okay. Well, that is crazy sauce. Okay. Thank
All
you.
right.
That I needed to know that that existed in the world. Um. Okay.
All right.
Well,
You
mine
brought up
is
something good.
far more erudite, I guess. Something like that.
No, that's not a high bar at this point. After mine,
Well, I was like, okay, um, I had my topic a long time, a number of days ago,
uh-huh.
but anyway, so this is uh, more evidence of water on Mars in an
Oh,
area that they had modeled that there should be water on Mars, but hadn't doesn't have the canyons and the riverbeds and stuff like that. Um,
right.
but um, well, the canyons, I guess, elsewhere. So, because this is so the quote is thousands of miles of ancient riverbeds have been discovered in the heavily cratered southern highlands of Mars, suggesting the red planet was once far wetter than scientists thought. Water
Okay.
has been found on Mars countless times before, but what's really interesting here is this an area where for a long time we've thought there wasn't any evidence of water. Um, the only water source that could have sustained these rivers over such a vast area would have to be some kind of regional precipitation. Blah, blah, blah.
Mm.
The area that puzzled the researchers was Nowakis Terra, or Land of Noah. It says it's one of the oldest landscapes on Mars, and according to computer models of the ancient Martian climate, the region should have had substantial rainfall or snowfall. But faced with the lack of evidence for ancient riverbeds, the Luz Coot and his colleagues turned to high-resolution images from the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter and Mars Global Surveyor, and they found evidence of geological features called fluvial sinuous ridges, known as inverted channels. And this is basically sediments that build up when rivers flow over time and harden and then get exposed when the softer ground erodes away. And
Hmm.
there's a cool picture here on, that I'll probably put as the chapter art or something like that. But super cool, super cool. So still lots of data.
Fluvial sinuous
Ridges,
ridges. Hmm.
yes, also known as inverted channels.
Hmm.
Cool, huh?
Learn something
Says
new every day.
in one image, the pattern of fluvial sinuous ridges reveals a network of meandering tributaries and spots where the ancient riverbanks burst. Two rivers can be seen crossing into a crater where water probably flowed in and filled it up before breaching the other side. And the findings are going to be presented at the Royal Astronomical Society's meeting in Durham. Wouldn't that be fun to attend?
Mm.
No, he says. Okay, well, I think it would be
Mm.
fun to attend.
I, says the guy who's attended the Oregon Meteorological Association winter event with his boy every year. I should,
Yeah.
you know,
Stones can be thrown even from glass houses.
yeah.
It's all good. Um, so anyway,
Uh,
I
good
thought
stuff.
I like space, as you well know. Lots of my
Uh-huh.
something funs are there. So
I like the picture.
the thing is from essentially 3.7 billion years ago. Um, enduring presence of surface water in the Nowakis Terra region of Mars about 3.7 billion years ago. And then also was a quote I liked in there. Mars became the arid world we know today when its magnetic field waned, allowing the solar wind to erode its atmosphere and the water to escape into space.
Mm.
Dun dun dun. Thank you, solar field. Or thank you, magnetic field. Sorry. Thank you, magnetic
Yeah.
field. Anyway, there you go.
Hope we get to keep it.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
should keep it around.
It's nice. I'm clearly tired because I'm running out of brain cells.
All right, my friend. Let's
All
call it a
right.
show.
Yep. Have a good
I'll
one,
talk to
John.
you later, Eric. Bye.
Bye.